Welcome to Wheels, Deals, and Meals, where we talk all things good food, good business, and good cars. And now, here is your host, Arnold Gasita, founder and CEO of Petra Automotive Products. Let's roll.
Man, what a great show we got today. Not only an incredible businessman, but somebody that I consider a very close personal friend to me. Not only him, his wife, his entire family, with our family. And so it's going to be really an exciting show. So Carlos from Fifth Wave Automotive, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Always good to see you. You know I love you, buddy.
I love you too.
So we're in San Francisco in one of your favorite places, Sam's Grill. Been around since 1867. We're in like a little booth eating lunch.
This is old gangster stuff here. So, this is my to-go place. I live right across the street, so this when I've had enough, they send me across, and I'm good.
You're like, all right, hey, you don't have to Uber, right? You don't have to Uber. You just got to make it across the.
Don't need reservations, so anytime I come in, I have a table.
Got to make it. And if we need service, we just ring the little bell. Got the curtain, little booth. I wish everybody could feel the feeling of being in this place, right? How old it is, its history, the smell of the place, the look of the place, the staff. It's really a unique experience. If you're ever down here in San Francisco, make sure you come and experience Sam's Grill. So, Carlos, we're doing a fun podcast. We're going to talk about business. We're going to talk about fun stuff too.
All right.
So, of all the places that you've traveled all over the world, and I know some of them, of all the places you've gone, what is your favorite?
And I've been to a lot of places. I mean, I just got off a 2-month cruise that half the world drove me bananas.
Right. 2 months on a cruise.
2
That's
months.
insane.
For $1 million, name everywhere you went. I can't. All right? But my favorite in the world is Lake Tahoe, North Lake Tahoe, a little town called Tahoe Vista. And I go there and I just melt away. It's complete control, relax. The summers, I put my boat in the water and just, it's beautiful.
What do you do in the winter?
Stay inside and
Fireplace.
fireplace and a lot of toddies. But no, the grandkids they ski, so we go up there and wait for them and see them go up and down the hill.
But you know, I've told people often that in the United States, I think the most prettiest place is Tahoe.
That's beautiful.
I mean, the lake, the altitude, the trees.
No, it's to me, I call it complete control, relax. You go there, you unplug, and nothing matters.
So what is a day? Like, what does Carlos do when he goes to Tahoe? What is a typical day for you to unplug and relax? What are you doing?
I get up.
That you can tell on camera.
I'll make the coffee. I go for a walk. Come back. Maybe I'll go to the gym. Go upstairs. I have a beautiful steam room. Steam out. And then about 11 o'clock, what's for breakfast or maybe a little lunch. And then, start there and don't do anything.
You sit by the lake?
Sit right on the dock and I'll tie my wife up to, she likes to paddle board. So when she's done, I'll tie her up to the dock, and we'll talk for 2-3 hours. And that's it.
That's
man.
cool.
You don't do anything. You don't do absolutely anything.
So often the best vacations are the ones you don't do anything.
That's it.
It's hard for me to do that because I'm a planner. And
I've seen
but
your vacations.
I know.
Every day you got to do something.
But that's the best vacation when you don't plan anything and you're just like a bum.
That's it.
You're just like a bum, not doing anything else.
And to pack, I pack 2 shorts, 3 t-shirts. I have washer dryers. So
A couple of underwears.
I'm good. Easy.
All right. So of all the places you've been to eat, of all the places you've ate in the world, what's your favorite?
Let's see. I would say Nicaraguense food.
Really?
In the world, there's a place in Nicaragua, Managua, Nicaragua, called Los Ranchos. And it's the best steakhouse, period.
In Nicaragua.
in Nicaragua, in Managua.
Los Ranchos.
Los Ranchos. And they
Really?
have a churrasco. These French fries are like double fried, arroz, tienen moro cristiano. We call it gallo pinto.
Yeah, right.
The chimichurri, los tostones. Unbelievable.
No
The
kidding.
service, incredible. You drop something, it's right on your plate. If you smoke, you put a cigarette, boom, they light it up.
How often you go back to Nicaragua?
Let's see, I haven't been back there in probably 10 years.
Is that place still around?
That place is around. So, when I was a kid, we would go there probably twice a week.
I mean, if I'm going to go to Nicaragua, I want to go to Nicaragua with you.
Done, let's go. I'm planning to go in July.
Okay.
July, Costa Rica, Nicaragua.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. And we go to Los Ranchitos.
Los Ranchos.
Or Los Ranchos. Los Ranchos. What's your favorite food here at Sam's?
Try the Dore.
The Dory food, yeah.
The trolley sole, unbelievable. You do the calamari steak. They pound it out, beautiful. It's all good, man. Salmon's good. They don't have refrigerators.
All
So
fresh.
every morning, you go out to I think it's Pier 10, and you go and they bring in the fish. You could go at 4:30 in the morning. I'll go with you. Go pick up fish. Everything that they caught.
Everything fresh.
Everything fresh. So,
Wow.
the bread, unbelievable. So it's living in the city has
Well,
its ups
we're
and
going to
downs.
partake here in a minute. We got more food coming, but we're going to enjoy the meal here in a little bit. All right, so cars. You're a car guy. What's your favorite car? Of all cars, what's your favorite car?
Let's see. I've had a lot of cars.
I've
in
seen
my
some.
collection.
I've seen some.
But you know what I did? So that Demon 170, I said I gotta have it. So I ordered me one. I put every option you could put on it. Came out to like $138,000. And I told my guys, we're not selling this one. It's mine.
This is your baby.
That's it. That's it. So.
Does your wife know this yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought maybe you were going to surprise her.
I've always had Lambos, and I had the.
Yeah, you gotta have it. You gotta
Now I
have
have a nice little. I like the Ferrari I'm driving.
it. Yeah.
But besides that, I drive my own cars. I got
Right.
a nice plug-in Grand Cherokee right now. It's beautiful. I'm addicted. I'm addicted to plugging it in.
Make sure you never put down charge.
No. I'm like, no, you got to charge it. Don't drive it if you don't charge it. So I think I'm up to 80 miles a gallon. I got 1,300 miles, and I still haven't put the. I still have like a quarter tank. It's a hybrid plug-in.
So you are a not that you're old, but you're an older car guy. I mean, I've had the privilege of seeing you in action. You are a car guy. Like if you look up in the dictionary, car guy, dealer guy, you are a car guy.
I know the.
How long have you been doing this?
Let's see. Now 58, so 40 plus years. 40 years, 41 years.
40 years. How'd you get in this business?
I need a job, man. I'll tell you a story. So, when I was a kid, I used to come to this restaurant at night on Fridays, and I would bring them tomatoes, lettuce, onions.
That was your job.
No, I had this friend of mine. She worked at Safeway, and they would throw out the crates. They would throw them out like on Tuesdays. Hey, don't smash them. I'll come pick them up. And then on Fridays, they would throw away all the old vegetables to get new ones for the weekend. So I said, don't smash them, don't throw them away. So I would go clean them, get them, put them back together, and come sell them in all these restaurants. Right? They would buy them because they were busy. You got onions, you got tomatoes, blah, blah, blah. Let me see, boom, boom, boom. In and out, right? So,
That's a great story.
but I used to come to this restaurant, and so they were beautiful. They would feed me sometimes. These guys were good. So. But, I got in the
You're
car
out on the
business.
street selling vegetables.
That was me. I was 14,
But that's
15.
great. I mean, so much we
I
learned.
had to, man.
Look, when I was 14, I was selling snow cones.
Wow.
And then after that, I tried to sell furniture. I think I was 16 or 15. I couldn't even drive. I was selling furniture.
I always got into selling, but
So how'd you get to
14.
the automotive world?
I just needed to work. I was fortunate to be with somebody that was a salesperson, and I said, if he could do it, I could do it. So I went to my first interview, and it was Redwood City Dodge, and rest in peace, Gene Johnson. So this guy, I walk in and I said, hey, I'm here to apply for the sales job, right? So he goes, here's an application, fill it out. So I said, can I borrow a pen? He says, you don't have a pen. What are you talking about? You go to war without a gun. I'm like, sorry, sir. I have a pen in the car. I'll be right back, right? So I go get my pen. I said, you know what? I don't want to work for somebody like this. I don't. So I left, right? And here was my first circle, right? So then I went, second one, Pete Ellis Dodge. Right? This beautiful man, Rene Cordova, introduced myself. He hired me on the spot. I said, Rene, can I ask you, why did you hire me? He said, well, I saw you drive up. You're dressed well. When you open your wallet, you have a driver's license and a credit card. So I figure you're good people. And from there on, I took off.
So you started there. That's your first job in the automotive industry as a salesperson?
Selling cars. Yeah.
Really?
The sad thing today, though, with all the labor laws and everything that's happening, you could not do what I did. If I had to do it all over again, to do what I did, impossible, because they won't let you work, more than 8 hours, 10 double time, and they send you home. So I would go in, and I was fortunate. I made a beautiful friend, and he was the parts and service director and body shop director, Larry Lacoe. And I would get befriended him. This man, he would show me repair orders. This car won't make it. This car won't make it. Call this customer. Call this customer. In the morning, I get there at 6:30 in the morning, have coffee with him. I go over the repair orders, appointments, who's coming in. I would have 3 or 4 cars lined up, and instead of the shuttle taking them, I would take them. Give me this guy, I'll take him to work, home, whatever. So I would work that. I would work the body shop. I would work my shift. But 6:30, and then they would have to kick me out. 11 o'clock at night, they would close the store. They would page me. Go home. Get out of here.
So you started at what time? 6?
6:30
Till 11 o'clock at night?
Till whenever they would kick
Whenever
you
they
out.
kick you out.
Yeah. But you're there, and I would sell, And I really started traveling then because they would put up a contest. Vegas, this, the other, Hawaii. I would win them all. Every single, I don't care what they put up, I would do them. Yeah. So, and from there, I worked for Pete for a long time, and then this other gentleman, Hank Torian, I worked for him, and it was just between Pete and Hank. It was like, one would want me more than the other one. So it was beautiful relationships that I had with them, but I worked, and I grew up. And
it's funny that you say that, because not funny, but reality, right? Because same thing with me, right? Most people today that young people say, oh, that guy made it or has whatever, don't realize the sacrifice and how we worked our butts off.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about 14 years old, gathering vegetables they're going to throw away and working the streets to sell the vegetables.
100% at night.
At night.
I had a day job at Cafe Sherrera, One Market Plaza. All right, so I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get on the mission, 14 mission, and it was the last stop. And the driver was cool because it was the same driver every time on the same route. And he would wake me up, go and I would start the coffee and take the tables out, spray them down, put the umbrellas, get the place clean, get everything done. And I worked for this Mr. Sherrera for probably 4 years. And by the time I was done and I told him I was quitting because I was going to go into the car business, he said, you can't. I'm going to have to hire 4 people to replace you, because that's how it was. Dishes were dirty, I washed it. The table needed whatever it needed. I didn't wait for somebody to tell me what to do. And that's life. You can't wait for somebody to tell you to do. You just got to do it. I've been fortunate to have a vision of how things are supposed to be, and to me, it's the little stuff. You've been to my place. Nothing's out of order. Everything's straight, neat. I open a drawer. That thing better be there. And when it's not, I get all.
That's also
confused.
Called OCD.
Where's my? Yeah. I've been fortunate. I've been real fortunate.
But you've been fortunate, yes, without a doubt. Thank God and blessed. But you have a work ethic.
I still work.
That got you here. which is as we've interviewed people, is what I think a lot of times the younger kids are missing is that work ethic. You went into the dealership at 6 o'clock in the morning and left when they kicked you out. It wasn't a 8 o'clock, 8 hour a day job.
No.
You were hustling to try to figure out where can I come up with a customer,
100%.
right? That RO is too much. Why are they going to pay to fix the car? Let's sell them a new one. You're trying to work around the system to figure out how you can sell cars.
And back then, we didn't have the CRMs of today.
Right.
My CRM's up here. I still, hey, where's that customer Saturday? What's on this one? Blah, blah, blah. And how do you do it? I used to have 2 brown buckets, and I have 1 through 31 and A through Z. Right? And I would just follow up. I mean, till today, I still sell cars to people I sold cars 40 years ago.
That's incredible.
Today, they'll call me and say, hey, I'm on my 5th car from you and my 5th wife. But whatever they need.
I need one for the new wife.
I need a Lexus. I need a BMW. Even if I don't sell it,
Yeah.
Hey, I have friends. He has a Lexus store. Let me set it up for you. What do you want? Boom, 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 boom. Make a deal. Boom. Done. So, but you got to be the car guy.
Man, that says a lot about you, that people that bought cars from you 40 years ago are still buying cars from you. That's incredible.
I used to have a deal where, I would give you a deal and said, well, all I want from you is bring me a bottle of Bacardi. Oh my God. At one point, I must have 500 bottles of Bacardi. My wife said, stop asking customers to bring you a bottle. But, we would sit there and write thank you cards and follow up and Christmas. And, in today's world, there's nothing that you could teach. You can't teach this to an individual. You can't. We still write thank you notes, even today, and that's gone. People like to text this, that, that. It's not personal. If I had the technology today, I would have doubled my business, my personal business.
Yeah.
But I've been doing this for a long time, and you get ideas and you want to get big, and I've gotten big, and then you go, oh my, it's too much. You retreat, and now I'm comfortable.
But one of the things as you are talking, you're talking about a personal touch. So your work ethics, your drive, and then you had a personal touch, because even asking for the Bacardi is a personal touch, right? Handwritten notes, personal touch. Don't send them in the shuttle, I'll drive them, personal touch. I feel that some of that has gone away.
It has, but you've got to put it there. You have to.
You got to bring it back.
I work 6 days a week still. So I go in on Saturdays and I do my sales meetings with my guys. I put up the spiffs, You have to. And you walk in my place, I have a guy that his job is to just go to the bathrooms and clean them up every hour, and the place smells good, it looks good. And, we put the food out there, and believe me, I go through probably $150 a day of snacks at the dealership. We got a lot of
It's part of the customer experience.
No, it is.
It's part of the.
But, we're
So you're working your butt off. You got to drive. You're hustling. What's after a salesman? When was your first? What was the next step? What did you get next?
So I was a salesperson, then I became a closer. And I worked the line probably a good 14 years. But I was, a closer making a lot of money. I would make more than desk guys.
Because you were closing up.
I told my team, some guys had 10 on a team. Hey, I'll do it 5. And I would hire my brother on the weekends. And it just to be a weekend warrior,
right.
But I would take care of all their everything, all their follow-ups, everything. All they had to do is go, make the phone calls I told them to, do what I did, and work the way I did. So I still went to the body shop in the morning. Still went to the service shop in the morning.
While you're being a closer.
100%. I would go in there, and back then they would make you blow up balloons, right? And you waste your time. I would come in early. I blow up 150 balloons. Have them all done, so my team wouldn't have to do anything. take them to breakfast in the morning, feed them till they were full, so that I don't have to like I'm going to lunch. None of that stuff.
Right.
They were ready. Snacks, I had burritos, you name it, I had it there. We were going to war every day.
Yeah.
And then after that, I got lucky, and you know, there was an F&I position open, and I went in there, and there was a desk job open. I went there.
So sales to closer to F&I,
F&I,
and then
then sales manager,
sales manager.
then became a GSM. Got my first job. Peter Ellis gave me back, and went to LA, and then from there, Hank Torian got me back.
The back and forth.
I gave me my that was he gave me a Hayward Dodge, and it was.
Is that your first store where you became a partner?
No, I actually from there we sold it to Auto Nation, and then became a partner in Folsom. So I built that one. That was
So
my
Folsom
first
was
store.
your first one.
My first store.
And how was that?
Beautiful, man.
Memories.
I designed every single thing in there. Everything. Where the key machine went, everything was flush, neat. I mean, that thing, 100%.
Yeah. It was a great store.
It is.
It's a great store. That's actually where I met you.
Oh, yeah.
That's where I met you. Office on the second floor, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's actually where I
The only mistake I made, I did the kids' play center below my office. Oh, it was horrible. Kids yelling and screaming, and so I had to take that out and move it to the other side. Besides that, it was perfect.
That's great. That's great. You know, what do you obviously 40 years in this have seen a lot of change, right? I think our industry changes all the time. I think every industry changes, and if you don't change quickly enough, you're going to be in trouble. But what is something that's not so good that you're seeing change now that we kind of wish we still had?
Well, right now, you know, it's just like the one-on-one relationships you used to have with the manufacturer are not there. They're not. You know, before they used to say, "Hey, I'm gonna order 4,000 PT Cruisers, put them at the port. I'm gonna incentivize the shit out of them. All right, I want you to take 50, but as you run out, we're gonna be feeding them to you." It was a game plan. I don't have a game plan. They don't have a game plan. You know, so it's to the point where they got to figure out how are they going to get into the game. I'm talking about my product.
Sure.
You know, so, you know, you go from an 8% share to a 4% share, and I'm in California. I'm here in the Bay Area. This thing is infested by Teslas, man. So, you know, I'm out there trying to, you know, do the plug-in deal, and it sells, but it's not. I don't have the product.
Yeah.
And now they're telling me, and I found out from Automotive News, hey, if you want to sell a gas car, you're going to have a sold order only. We won't send you one. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So that's one aspect. The business is the same thing. The only difference is computers. All right? I tell you, I couldn't desk a deal today because you got to run this OFAC, you got to run this, you got to plug in the trade-in, you got to do this, you got to send it over here, you got to, oh my God.
Where's the paper? Where's the paper?
That's about that much stuff the customer has to sign before you get the offer out there. Run the credit here. It's incredible. So, but I still know what a deal looks like. I can still see a good trade, you know, customer, their emotions, and you know, you have to. You know,
That's the thing that you mentioned you can't teach. You can still see it. You can feel it. Does that drive you crazy sometimes? Because I'll tell you that it drives me crazy sometimes, right? So a good leader, we got to let people lead. We got to let people do their thing. But man, there are so many times that you bite your tongue because you're like, you know what to do. It's second nature to you. You got it right back here. You see it, you feel it, your hairs are going up. Or for those that have hair, your hairs are going up, right? And you see that sometimes they don't get it.
No, I put pressure, but I keep my thumb on them gently. I won't pop them, but they know when I'm there, it's business. You know, so I love my salespeople. I love my man. I mean, I have a good crew. They've been with me forever.
Yeah.
I mean, my partner today, you know, since he was 18.
Yeah.
You know, my brother-in-law since he was 17. You know, and I've had, you know, I was fortunate that I could send my kids to, you know, they went to college. I never went to college. So they went off, and I said, go pursue whatever you want. You know, and they did. They got double majors and came back, and they want to be in the car business. So today, one runs one, the other one runs the other one. I have my nephew. It's all family. You know, my brother. So everybody's is around me, but we run a good, tight operation. So
The good old-fashioned way.
we have to.
Yeah.
And right now I'm scared. You know, I had a bunch of cars and orders, and they all appeared at the same time. So we got cars.
Now we don't have an inventory problem.
Yeah, no.
There's no inventory
It's
problem
the
right
other way
now.
around. Interest rates are so high. Oh man.
Hey, so if somebody's starting out in this business, first time in the automotive business, what are 3 things that you would give them as advice? What are the 3 points you'd give them as advice to make it in this business?
If you're a young kid, and this is what I tell my young, I got young kids that are making 20 grand a month, right? And what do they do? Oh, they're buying Gucci belts and this, and they're buying Rolexes, and they're going crazy. I say, first of all, you got to save your money, period, because you never know, right? So, to me though, it's when you come to work, give me 3 real hours of work. You know, because you come in for 8 now, you got to punch in a clock. I got to pay you $15.50 an hour, and then you got some type of commission.
Yeah.
So it's not like when I was going,
Right.
You got 0. You started the month, you had nothing.
You got to work it.
All right, you were in 1 week into the month, you still had 0 cars out. You were at freaking Wendy's having crackers with ketchup and water, bro, because it was free back then, right? I mean, I went through days where, oh, shush,
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I know.
And I have no money, right? So, you know, I tell these kids, give me 3 hours and work. Save your money. And then you got to visualize what you want. You know, when I put out a deal for the month, sell this, do that, you know, and it's certain cars I have to sell. I, you know, if you could see, hey, I can make 7 grand just moving this, plus my $15.50 an hour, whatever that is, you know, 3 more grand a month. That's 10. If I hit this, you can make it to 20 grand easy. But you got to see it, visualize it, believe it, and go after it. You know, some of these guys come in not there. You know, you got to shake them a little, bring them into the conference room, and you know, give them some air and slap them a little and put their heads together and go.
Yeah.
Because, you know, very
Regroup.
Very sensitive, you know.
Right.
I wasn't a sensitive kid when you were growing
Well,
up.
not only were we not sensitive, and we weren't sensitive because nobody really cared, right? But we were growing in this business. Is you either did it or you didn't. You know, you either work.
In life, man.
What do you see when people today come in and apply for a job? What are you looking for? What's one thing you want to see? Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Well, you know, if you're going to come for an interview, at least be dressed.
For the part.
For the part, right? These kids that don't comb their hair, they come in t-shirts and shorts, and what are we doing? So, I don't hire any. I go looking for people.
Recruit.
So I recruit, and then we put them into BDC, and from there we can graduate to the field. So, you know, I have a perfect kid, hardworking kid, and he was my lot porter and washed cars for 2 years. And he said, I want to sell cars. I want to sell cars. I want to sell cars. And he had that one. Right? So I said, okay, first of all, I'm going to put you answering phones and follow up. And that's how we do it. So the kid was there for 2 years. I want to sell cars. I want to sell cars. This guy's my top salesman. Doesn't talk a lot. Just on the phone, his follow-ups, the whole deal. Boom, 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 boom. Calls everybody, nobody else wants to call. And this kid's selling me cars, making himself money, you know. And his dad works for me. He's like my main lot porter, and his dad's real proud of him. But the kid wants to go places. And if the customer's not happy, the first thing that comes out of your mouth is, "We'll take the car back," or "How can we make it right?" You know, 100%.
Fix it.
Just fix it up front.
Yeah, we were yesterday with Jeff Mastros from Stake 48, and something that he said was very it stuck with me. It says, do everything you can to say yes.
100%.
What do we need to do? Do everything you can to say yes. I thought that was great. Well, Carlos,
That's
brother, thank you for being on my show.
oh, this is beautiful, man.
Appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Love you, man. Thank you.
And all the knowledge you have. This is gonna be a good show.
All right, man. Well, it's because of you guys.
Thank you for listening to Wheels, Deals, and Meals, your main source for all things good and fun, business, food, and cars. If you like this episode, make sure to rate us and subscribe. If you would like to be a guest on our show, please leave a message at the link below. Till next time, happy eating!